we need to be in, but in advance. Oh, thank you, Dr. Cross. There I go again. Um, now, the health, we are in a huge, and I do mean a huge health crisis that we're ignoring. We have more heart disease, we have more cancer, we have diabetes, we have a shortened life, and all these things are happening. And many of us, we're ignoring it because many of us, we're not even aware of it. Look at the picture. Look at these pictures. That picture on the left, look at that. That is a picture. Look at how the colorful it is, full of phytonutrients, full of vitamins, full of antioxidants. But that's how we used to eat. We would go outside and pick our food off the tree, out the garden, and we would bring it in. These are the foods we used to eat, and these are the food that kept us ultimately healthy. And now we're eating, this is our new diet. Our CEO coined the phrase that we are digging our graves with our fork. And literally that's exactly what we're doing. Look at this picture. The only thing that you see colorful is that ketchup and maybe that soda back there because everything else is bland. And unfortunately, many of us, only time we may get get some vegetables and maybe on a sandwich, a little lettuce or maybe a little tomato. But this is our new diet. But this new diet is what's killing us right now. We have a thing called the silent killer. And in 2020, nearly 700,000 people died from cardiovascular disease. About one in five, about 1 in 5 heart attacks are silent. People are walking around right now that may have had a heart attack and they just don't even know it. It may have been mild, but if you got a mild one, you best believe there's probably a major one on its way. And the damage is done, but the person is not even aware of it. There was something very alarming. Did you know that our 14 through 19-year-olds, they are already showing as much as, excuse me, 40% blocked arteries? That should make us shiver. At 14 to 19, those are our babies, and they're showing that much blockage. And look at these guys. They look like the picture of health. But did you know the significance of ages 45 for African Americans? That means you are twice more likely to die from heart disease. Yes, twice more likely to die from heart disease. When you see these pictures, these are pictures of arteries, okay? And we have optimum, borderline, high, and dangerous. And unfortunately, these are dangerous atherosclerosis levels. When you see that first picture, you see a healthy artery. That's how we want our arteries to be. We want the blood to flow through without any issues. We want it to just flow through ultimately. But unfortunately, not too much of us have that picture. The outer wall is not thick or anything. But then you go to the second picture and it's borderline. It's still pretty good, and the blood is still flowing through. It may have a little hiccups, but it's still flowing through. But you can start to see a little bit changes on the wall of the artery. And then we have the second one, plaque is more, plaque was getting in the borderline, but it wasn't bad. But then we get to high. That's no, that's not, that's what you're like, okay, now it's getting pretty serious. So now the blood is getting through, but it's got to force its way to get through, and there's still a lot of things can happen even at this level. That's probably some of those silent heart attacks that you're not even aware of. And then we get to dangerous. It's when the artery is completely blocked. So that's an aneurysm, a stroke, a heart attack right there. You might be already in the hospital or at the hospital because the blood can't get through. And when it's blocked, then that means blood can't get through and you are in some serious danger. Our vision, our vision is a world where everyone has access to the nutrition and resources they need to thrive, creating healthier and more resilient communities. Through personalized wellness for your blood type, we're breaking cycles of disease and poverty, empowering families to build a legacy of health and prosperity for generations to come. Now, listen, there are 5 key reasons why these problems have impacted communities. Number one, lack of understanding blood types. I didn't know anything about blood. I just knew I wanted to know my blood type, but I didn't really understand why I needed to. I just wanted to. But the lack of understanding, we're going to bring some of that clarity to you today. With Akana, we have been committed to helping either over 1 million families to learn their blood type. We are committed to that. And there are 4 different blood types. We have A, we have B, we have O, and then we have a combination AB. And did you know your blood type is a more powerful genetic fingerprint that identifies you as surely as your DNA? Let's explain a little bit about these blood types. A blood type is agrarian. It's nature's vegetarians, okay? They are prone to digestive and heart issues. Red, like, having red meat, shrimp, crab, lobster, and dairy can be very harmful. It's not their friend. They are naturally creative and inventive and require peace and harmony. And I know some A's and it fits them perfectly. And then we have B's. These are people that are balanced. They thrive on a diverse diet, but chicken, shrimp, crab, and lobster can disrupt their health. They have a more balanced immune and digestive system, and they are resilient, but tend to suffer from autoimmune diseases, IBS, and other issues. Then we have the O, that's my blood type. I'm one of the oldest, I am the oldest blood type, and we thrive on high protein diet. But catfish, mm, pork, dairy, refined carbs, white wine, and gluten can cause significant issues. We have a strong immune and digestive system, but we tend to experience more like ulcers, arthritis, and thyroid issues. Then again, there's that A and B. They have it's a complex and modern because it's a combination of both. It is the rarest blood type blending traits of A and B, and they must balance the dietary restrictions of both for optimal health. Now, I don't know how many of you know your blood type, but I'm hoping if you don't know, you will get to know it after you hear this today. And matter of fact, if you know your blood type, you can go ahead and put it in the chat so we could just see. And I'm gonna ask if Dr. Roz is still there. I'm gonna ask her to read some of those off. So right now, and I'll ask for those shortly. But if you know your blood type, go ahead and put it in the chat. You can put mine. I'm an O positive, and thank you. And so, but let me tell you, your blood type, the key to unlock, is the key to unlocking your body's nutritional blueprint. Check this out. Your blood type is the single most important determinant in how your body interacts with the food you eat. And if those foods will cause inflammation, digestive problems, and or weight gain. You see that first picture? They have a nice, healthy gut. They don't have a lot of they got, because as long as they're eating food, they're gonna have some in their bile and different things in their gut, but they have removed a lot of it. And that's what you want to see is a healthy gut, as we call it, a flat belly. And then, we talk about the blood type. And then what we don't want to see is, and we see this too much, and then that's what we know that this young man has going to have a lot of issues, and that's why we're here to help not just people that have some weight issues, but it's everything that goes along with that, because that his gut is not healthy. Now, our immune system is designed to protect us from lectins. I don't know if you ever heard of lectins, but it's there to protect us. And we have such a strong immune system in that 95% of those lectins, they just get pushed off. They get pushed off, but that's 95%. But we still have the 5%. And they are filtered into our bloodstream where they react with and destroy our red and white blood cells. Now, I'm gonna give you a little. I was reading a little bit of it earlier, but this is now pictures usually make it really stick in. But these are some of the we have a whole big chart of things that you can have and things that you probably should not have, and you can find those information. You can find that information. And matter of fact, I meant to pick up my book, but I have this book. There was a book released in 1996. That talked about the blood types by Dr. Peter D. Adamo, I think that was his name. And but he wrote this book, and a lot of people didn't adhere to it. But it was very important. But you can still get this book today. It really does help you with the blood types. But when we talk about the A's, like I was telling you, they're more vegetarian. So they should not eat, even though even some of the fruits and vegetables they still shouldn't have. Tomatoes is not their friend. Bananas is not their friend. pork chops or lamb chops, any of those, white potatoes, shrimp. Those are things they should truly avoid. And then I was telling you about the bees, the chicken, the avocados, the black beans, the shrimp, and other crab foods. They should also avoid that, those kind of foods. Oh, catfish, I about said absolutely not when they told me that, but I really don't eat it, but maybe once a year, when they have a special for it, during this time of year, actually. Um, and then you have your avocado, your oranges, and your white wine, and your cashews. And a lot of these foods, you may have had issues with them and didn't know why you were having issues with them. And I was one of those. And when this came to me, I'm like, now I understand. Okay. And then you have the combination of the AB, where they, it's like, again, here's the chicken, here's the banana, here's the black beans, but it's a combination of both. So those are a few of the foods, but there's a whole list of foods of what you can have, which is you can have moderately, and then things that you should totally avoid. You definitely want to learn your blood type. That is no ifs, buts, or maybes. You want to learn your blood type. Dr. Ross, who do we have? Do we have any blood types in the chat? If we don't, I'll check back in a little bit.
Yeah,
You
hold on. We got some O, we got an O, we got an AB positive, we got another O. Yeah.
Okay. All right. It's got a few in there. Yeah. So thank you, Dr. Ross, and thank you for that. So, but what we want to do, we want to break the generational cycle. And you know what? The power is in our hands. How many of you have been to the hospital and you've ever seen anyone get blood, or maybe you had to give blood, or but one thing about it, if they give you the wrong blood, it could really possibly take you out of here. I've seen people give blood and they check and they recheck. What's your name? What's your birthday? They check and recheck and they read the number because they want to make sure they have to give you the right blood because, like I said, it could literally kill you. If you eat the wrong foods, just like getting the wrong blood, it could be slowly killing you. I know that sounds strange, but it is so very true. You may say, but why am I just learning? If that's so impactful and so important for me, why am I just learning about, my blood and my blood cells based on blood type? Why am I just learning about that? Well, unfortunately, if it isn't taught in medical school or created by big pharma, it isn't promoted in the United States. In the United States, you hear me? So if they're not making money, it's not important. But I can honestly say I went to the doctor the other day. And I brought it up to my doctor. I said, "Do you believe in eating for your blood? Do you believe in the things that we need to do for our blood?" She said, "Well, not. I mean, I know it's some stuff out there." And I said, "But why don't you? I mean, there's four different blood types. If everybody needed to be, if we all could do the same thing, then we should only have one." She said, and I know you guys don't study nutrition. She said, "Well, actually, they're starting to study more nutrition as the doctors coming through now. They're starting to give them more nutrition." I said, good job. I said, thank the Lord, So hey, there's help, there's hope out there for us. But like I said, but right now, if it didn't taught, and blood types were not one of those things that was taught back then about that. And like I said, the big, I mean, big business, when you're making money, that's what they're looking at. Unfortunately, that trumps over our health in a lot of cases. When you think about this, like big profits, big business profits over people, when they came out with cigarettes years and years and years and years ago, they didn't, I don't think it wasn't actually notated on the box, or it was so small you really couldn't see it, that cigarettes could cause cancer. You have people up there puffing and puffing. And at one time, I didn't see this, but I heard that they had, I think it was even doctors out there talking about how good cigarettes were. Are you kidding me right now? And so, but now people got addicted, and now you still see a lot of people, thank the Lord, a lot of people don't smoke anymore, but we know that is a huge issue. We know it causes cancer. So now they have it on the box, but now we have so many people that have been addicted to it. Where people were using butter, they were back there at least making their real butter, and then they lopped off the butter and they start going to margarines, and which causes trans fats, and so now, as you know better, you go back. So people are going back to butter, hopefully, and realizing this margarine is causing so much, it's starting to block those arteries that we talked about earlier. 5G cell phones, big business. 5G, you see it all around. Everybody with their with I got one in my ear right now. So it's definitely something that, if all that power going, where is it going? Right in our bodies. Nothing healthy about that. Our genetic modified foods, they're all over. Anything in a bag, anything in a can. Well, I mean, not just anything in a can, but you see a lot of genetically modified food. This is all laboratory stuff, not real foods, right? And then, oh my gosh, the milk. Milk is the best thing for your body. It's good for your body. And we know that's the biggest farce they could have ever told because it's one of the worst things you could ever put in your body. Now, some countries adhere to the blood type philosophy. Japan was one of those. They took it on themselves. And I have a cousin in Japan right now, and he said he loves it. I said, I am going to visit you because it is a what we call a blue zone company, a blue zone country, and I'll tell you more about that in a minute. But Japan, they took it on. And you see that check mark, and the United States said, they just kind of just pushed it off and said that we don't need it. Well, unfortunately, I wish we had it because we do need it. Because when you look at the life expectancy, Japan, people in Japan, Japanese, they live, expect their life expectancy is at least like 84.6 years, or almost 85 years old. And they are first when it comes to the healthiest country. It's Japan. Now you look at the US, first of all, we're 50th as far as health in the country, and we live almost at like 76 years, almost 10 years. We die prematurely, almost 10 years earlier versus the Japanese. Now, it's even worse for African Americans. Our life expectancy is around 71, almost 72 years old. So that should say a lot. Now, by following the blood type diet, anecdotal evidence that shows millions of people reported positive improvements by adhering to the blood type practices. You can protect yourself from common viruses and infections and take a stand against life threatening diseases. You can achieve your ideal weight. Whoa, you best believe that. You can achieve your ideal weight, slow the aging process, and cleanse your body of toxins and unhealthy fats. Now, I don't know if this is number two. Um, so we got blood type, and here's two: oxidation, dangerous levels of oxidation running in our body. How many of you guys buy bananas? Like I just bought some a couple of days ago, and I already got the brown spots. It doesn't take them long. I mean, and I know if you've got bananas in your home, you've seen them. But if you haven't, you've seen rusty screws. You've seen that. But it's like our bodies are rusting on the inside. They are on fire. Our body is on fire. And if we're not doing anything to help put the fire out, we get rust, we get oxidation. Researchers have finally identified one of the most important contributors to heart disease, to wrinkles, cancer, arthritis, and many of the other problems associated with getting older. People think when you get older, you just got to be all just sitting in a chair and rocking and all full of wrinkles. You do not. And we're going to share more about that on why you don't have to. Antioxidants, a big part of that. Remember that picture you saw at the beginning? Well, that's fruits and vegetables are loaded with plant compounds called phytonutrients, which also have antioxidant abilities. Some phytonutrients have shown to disable cancer causing substances as well. But we never get this in our body. If we never have this, we continue with the new diet and keep if we continue with the new diet, not like the diet we did in the past, then we won't have these. And then that's when all the health issues are constantly compound on top of us. And we think there's nothing that we can do, but we can. We can. When you go to the store shop, we should be shopping for, okay, I know this is going to help this is going to help this in my body. Like you're shopping for medicine, and the food is your medicine. And this is showing the things that we need to be putting in our body. Omega 3s. Oh, number three, omega 3 deficiency. Many of us are deficient in omega 3s. Omega 3 plays a huge role in our health. We get a lot of some of the other omegas, like a sixes and stuff, like I said, every time do a lot of like fast food or preservative, I mean, a lot of preservative foods and things like that, you get in the sixes. Your sixes is overloaded. But what we need is more of these omega 3s because omega 3s, they help you with your cardiovascular, cardiovascular health, cognitive decline. It helps with chronic inflammation. It's metabolic health. It's immune helps with immune function, and it helps with your bone health. So we need those omega 3s in our body. When you talk about depression, Alzheimer's, diabetes, cancer, autoimmune diseases, weight gain, obesity, metabolic syndrome, non-alcoholic fatty liver, weakens immune system. So these are osteoporosis leading to fractures and a higher risk of complications. We don't want any of that. So we need to up our omega 3s, guys. Number four, we many of us fall into this. And if you've been a part of this amazing coming, kind of, you may have been with this at one time, but if you've been with this at any time, that you may have had an unhealthy gut. And mine was unhealthy as well, but we're moving back into a more healthier gut. And so, but 70% of our immune system is in our gut. It's in our gut. Um, Gut issues arise when our diet includes improper foods choices and lack of sufficient fiber, probiotics, and prebiotics. Our microbiome is in the gut, you guys. And signs of gut issues is like digestive issues, weakened immune system, malabsorption, nutritional deficiencies, inflammation. How many times when you walk around, you're like, dang, my stomach is so bloated. I feel so bloated. It's so tight. Or I got acid. When you like kind of throwing up the acid, and so that means you got some issues going in your gut if you can't go to the restroom. There's so many things, skin problems. When I see people now with skin problems, I'm like, you need to clean your gut. I just automatically you start to see bellies when they're pooched out, and it makes you aware that I know this person can be helped if we just clean their gut, if we started out getting them on the right foods. I mean, it's just things that just come to your mind because now you learn some things. Mental health challenges, weight management, yes, even weight management, guys, hormonal imbalances, autoimmune conditions. Like I said, 70% of our immune system is where? In the gut. And what else is in the gut? But it's just not in our gut. Parasite invasion. These little critters, oh, I did a talk about that on one of my podcasts. It is disgusting. But guess what? If you've eaten meat in your life, if you eat, like I said, I heard Dr. Ross say, if you eaten something that this meat that has these little eyes, if you eat some meat, you probably have parasites. It was a young lady that gave her story. She said because she was diagnosed with cancer, she eliminated the parasites in the toilet. And then the cancer, they never saw the cancer anymore. But what I'm saying, but parasites are running rampant in our body. And unfortunately, we all have those. But parasites causes chronic infections and inflammation. It can lead to heart disease, diabetes, chronic fatigue, and autoimmune disorders. The presence is present in autopsies. Parasites are invading our organs, our brain, our lungs, and our liver. They don't have they just go wherever they can fit in. They're going in. They're breaking through the brain barrier, guy. This is terrible. We need to get the parasites out. But how are you going to do it? I'm going to tell you how you're going to do it. Mental health, the parasites is in the brain, like I said, causes depression, anxiety, and even schizophrenia. What is the solution? We tell you about all these issues, we got to have a solution. There are 5 steps to generational health. 5 steps. But let me give you our disclaimer before I go over those. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. The information provided herein is for informational purposes only and is not intended as a substitute for advice from your physician or other healthcare professionals. If you are pregnant, nursing, taking medication, or have a medical condition, please consult your healthcare provider before using any nutritional supplements. Individual results may vary. All right, so that's our disclaimer. Number one, again, do you know your blood type? Like I said, Dr. Ross was reading some of those, the O's, the ABs, I think she said O's, ABs, and maybe A, I'm not sure, but nobody got some blood types in the chat. But we all have blood type. But if you do not know, we need to know because your blood type is a more reliable measure of your identity than race, culture, or geography. It is it's a genetic blueprint for who you are and a guide to how you can live most healthfully. Number two, learn what's best for you. Food that heals one can harm another. Like I've heard said now for almost 3 years, one man's food can be another man's poison. You want to know your blood type. You want to know what food you need to eat. You want to see how it helps your how it helps your body, and you want to do this because you want to have a legacy. Number three, you want to purchase the option that works best that's based on your goals. Let's start here. Option one, we have what we call a blood type support kit. This kit includes like herbal tea, our nutrition, and optimal testing for all blood types. It is designed to kickstart the cleansing of your colon and your blood. In this kit, guys, it has our blood type. You heard me talk about blood type, the blood type kit. We can show you how you can do your own blood type. If someone's in the area that knows how, that's been trained to do that, they can come and do it for you. But we can show you how to do it. It is one of the most simplest things that you can do, and we can send you the video. We can walk you through it through a Zoom. We can show you how to do it. But you have in this kit your blood type test, you have your bitters is what is the tea that helps to again eliminate, have to cleanse the gut. We have your bitters. We have a detox, a meal plan, simple meal replacement. We have our amazing shake. It's called the Fuel, and it's called the Flat Belly Fuel. And we have an individual digital blood type download where you can download the blood test. You can download that information. That's in our number one kit. And then we have kit number two. It has all the above other than the blood type kit, because once you know your blood type, you don't have to continue to redo it, because once you know it, that's your blood. However, I would say with the best kit to buy would be the first kit. You know why? Because you may have learned yours. How many people do you know around you that still don't know theirs? So I would say the best kit to buy, because you'll say, I learned my girl, I got this kit, and we got a blood. Let's find out what your blood type is. Because your loved ones, you want everyone to know their blood type. And if you can do anything, like I said, to help you, when you buy these kits, try to still keep the first one, because you still want to share that with someone else. It's a gift of love. But first, you want to detoxify your blood cells. We have, which I'm gonna be making mine tonight, because I'm gonna start on my flat belly. I'm gonna do these bitters. I'm gonna make some tonight. I'm gonna start them on, or either tomorrow. I'll start it on Monday. We have flat belly bitters are a powerful tool for a quick 4-day detox, primarily due to its impact on digestive and liver function. So doing these flat belly bitters, it boosts your digestion by just stimulating the production of digestive enzymes, regulate your appetite, eliminate fat soluble toxins. It alkalines the body and improves your microbiome, which is your gut. And so we want to target like five key problems, because why? We have a lot of issues, and we have something that can target these five key problems. And you know what it is? We have the world's first, you heard me talk about it, the flat belly fuel. Um, and that fuel does so many amazing things. It helps with antioxidants. Didn't I tell you we need that to stay healthy? Antioxidant protection. Those omega-3s, didn't I talk about that? We need that. It helps with the gut health, prebiotic and probiotic and fiber. I'm always looking at stuff that have fiber. And the prebiotics and probiotics, it has that. It releases like the little worms, little parasites in your body, and it supports your blood type. This is the world's first ever. When I say this is an amazing product, this is an amazing product. And we all need to have it in our cupboards. Number two, you want personalized wellness plan for your blood type. So you can redeem your blood type, your bioscan certificate from the blood type support kit, or you can take our online quiz to determine the plan that's best for you. Like I said, we have all the different blood types, and we want to personalize your wellness plans for your blood type. Number three, let me tell you what's in. This is our before I go on that. This is another kit. That was like the first one. with the $59 one. Now we have a 7 day, we call it a 7 day refresh. So you want to pick whichever one that works best for you, right? So this one is this nutrient pack program has cleansed your digestive system, boost energy, and you can shed up to 10 pounds, leaving you feeling lighter and revitalized. I've heard as much as people have done even 13 pounds in 7 days. And you have those same things that I just mentioned, your purifier, like your tea. This is our liquid colonic, your eliminator, your mucus. We have a mucus eliminators. It removes parasites and bugs, which they start them little worms, and reduce mucus. We all walk around with mucus in our body. We have a regenerator. It restores the body with superfood, fiber, prebiotics, and probiotics. And then we have a QR code that you can scan the QR code to download your personalized blood, your regimen. And we also have this same thing, but in a bigger for on a 21 day. But this is one the same kit. It's the same thing, but you have it in bigger packages if you decide to do this. Look at this young lady. She dropped 10 pounds. Look at her belly. We see this in a lot of people, I myself included, but it's starting to go in. And I'm so thankful. I got on a blouse today. I couldn't wore in years. I guess, let me see. And I said, oh. So trust me, we see these extended bellies, but after 10 days, look, you can see, even if you look at her belt really close, you can see where she was at in the belt buckle. And unless she got all extra holes in there, look how much her belly has gone down in just 10 days, you guys. Now this is the one I was telling you about. This is the 21 day. It has exactly the same thing, but it's just in bigger pack because now this is called a 21-day reset or 21-day detox. Do you think you need it? Absolutely. If you put food in your body, absolutely. But with this one, you can lose anywhere from 8 to 25. I've heard even as high as 30. Look at this young man. And these pictures that I'm showing you, they didn't come out of a magazine, guys. I know him. I know the young lady I showed previously. That's the aunt of one of our beautiful sisters. So this young man, Billy dropped. Look at his belly. Look at his belly. And for day one, and look at 21. You can even see the indentation of his rib right there, starting his six pack. He dropped 30 pounds of waste. Of waste. When you lose waste, you also weight follows right behind it. Waste is heavy, getting it out your body. Weight follows it right behind that, right? And that's what he lost. And then we have number three. You could become a wellness influencer or a certified coach. You can transform your health and earn income. We all are influencers one way or the other, whether it's good influencer or bad influencer. So, but with this, we're talking about being an influencer, a coach, helping people, showing them what they need to do. You can gain access to all the products you need to elevate your health while earning to 20 to 40% commission on all retail purchases made through your site, including your own, which is almost unheard of. Now, this picture, oh my goodness, this young lady, she was 63 years, 3 years, 63 years young. She went out, she said switching to foods tailored to her blood type helped her lose belly fat, improved her digestion, and achieved fourth place in her first bikini contest at 63 years young. Now she stood up to some people that some kids, I mean some girls that was in their 20s, but she came out the fourth place. And does she not look amazing? If you look at the magazine, those are also young ladies in their 50s, and they all 50s don't look like and 60s don't look like they used to back in the day. They look amazing because what they have learned how to keep their body healthy, and doing some of the things that we're speaking of today. This young lady, like I said, these are people that we know, okay? Tanisha, 15 pounds down in 21 days. We see a lot of where's it coming from? Sorry, you see a lot, where's it coming from? The gut. Here's picture number two. Where you see it? Day one, day 21. See the results. Pictures do not lie. Look at all this. You see the gut, hangover, no hangover, hangover, no hangover, hangover, barely, but she's flatter now. Look at this picture. I mean, these are all 21 days. That's JC. I think he dropped, I mean, like 30 some pounds too, I believe. Mr. Willie said he lost twins. I mean, these are 21-day results, guys. These are real people, not actors. This young lady was so excited. This is Yvette, that she wanted to tell the world about what happened to her. You can see how amazing she looked after her 21 day. She said, I want the world to know. And then she went on 100-day results. She even wrote a book about it because she said, if I get results and I feel better and I look better, I want to share this with the world. So she wrote a book about it. And now, oh my goodness, here we go. Here we go. Game changer. Game changer. How many of you have heard of a lot of these? I won't call the names of them, but you see a lot of people are shooting themselves. They're doing a lot of things. And at one time, I even thought about it. I said, I can't get this weight off. I'm almost tempted. I don't like drugs, but I was tempted to do it. I'm not kidding. But I'm telling you, we have a product. It's called hemp goby. When I say it's a game changer, it's a game changer. You don't have to stick nothing. You can drink your way to slim. Yes, that's what I said. I had mine this morning before I did this call. I said, oh no, I want to put it in my body now. Drink your way to slim. No, like I said, hemp goby is the shot worth taking, a shot, not a shot. Our new line of drinkables allow you to ditch the injectables and drink your way to a slimmer waist and a flatter tummy. When I say this thing works, it works. They told me I could not lose weight until I got my hormones and metabolism back in balance. They said I would, and I had not been able to. But since being with this company and these products, it's falling off. My doctor told me the other day, you're losing weight. You're almost out of that one category. And when you lose a little bit more, you will be out of the danger zone of obesity. I was like, thank you, Lord. I have not heard that for years. These products, guys, these products are amazing. It is a game changer, packed with powerful plant-based ingredients. Hemp Gobi works synergistically to target key areas of weight management while promoting overall wellness. It helps to burn fat naturally. It boosts metabolism. It curbs your appetite. It supports digestive health and it promotes overall balance. This product, without sticking a shot, without giving yourself a shot, is 8 key ingredients: organic tea, organic green tea extract, organic hemp seed powder, MCT coconut powder, L-carnitine, conjugated linoleic acid, CLA, ashwagandha powder, re, re, rhodiola, ro, ro, ah, rhodiola, rosea extract. Sorry, I'm sure I jacked that up. And insulin. And those are the natural ingredients in this product. And when I tell you it works, it is working. I'm telling you. And also we have cannabis, cannabis, and the blood type diet. We got to tell you a little bit about this too, because this also helps you with your health. And I want you to literally listen to this. Cannabis reduces inflammation, it helps manage stress, and it improves our digestion. Cannabis and the blood type, they work synergistically together. It lowers stomach acid, higher stress, and susceptibility to heart disease. It's susceptibility to autoimmune condition and nervous system disorders. You are higher risk of inflammatory conditions, arthritis, and over acidity. You are sensitive to digestive and immune stressors. Cannabis, again, reduces inflammation, helps manage stress, and improve digestion. These are the things that can happen to your body when you don't have this in your body. By leveraging these properties of CBD and cannabis alongside the blood type diet, they work together. Individuals may achieve a more balanced, harmonious approach to wellness tailored to their unique biological predispositions. Now, many of you have not heard of the ECS system. We call it endocannabinoid system. Many of us had not, because I had not. The cannabis is a holistic solution. You see all these things all around. It's in our body, our gut, I mean, our heart, our kidneys, all these things. Cannabis is a holistic solution, no matter what you've heard. Unlike pharmaceuticals that often target single symptoms, cannabis interact with the ECS. We all have one to provide systematic benefits, offering a more natural approach to health and wellness. It brings the body back into balance. And I know that's exactly what's happened to me. My body is starting to go back into balance. And that's what we want for each and every one of us. What is CBD? That's why I said we have to, sometimes we got to unlearn to learn the truth. CBD is a compound that's naturally occurs in industrial hemp. Out of the more than 85 different cannabinoids, it is the second most common, common next, is second most common next to Delta 9 tetracannabinol, the tetrahydrocannabinol, which is we known as THC. Unlike THC, CBD is non-psychotropic. So you do not, let me say it again, you do not get high with CBD. No matter what you think, no matter what you heard, no matter what you thought you knew, you do not get high with CBD. Okay? Now, THCA, it is a compound that naturally occurs in the industrial hemp as well. Out of more than 100 different cannabinoids, the THCA is a non-psychotropic precursor to THC. It's found in raw cannabis. But when heated, if you want the high, all you have to do is heat it, smoke it, vape it, cook it, however you decide, and you can get the high. The THCA converts into THC, and then it becomes the psychotropic compound. That's only when you heat it. If you don't heat it, you don't get it. You just get the benefits from it. Now, it's time for elevation, guys. It's time to elevate. To elevate. And we have some amazing products that help you do that. We have our CBD products. Now, we formulate our proprietary blends of our herbs and botanicals to elevate your well-being. So you can't just go out and find these products on anybody's shelf. We formulate these products. We have what we call raw cannabis trend at THCA. The raw THCA aligns with plant-based diets offering therapeutic benefits without the high, similar to juicing, cannabis leaves, or flowers. People take cannabis in different ways, and so this is particularly strong benefits with these conditions. If you have arthritis, you know anyone would have arthritis, you might want to share this with them. It helps with arthritis, autoimmune disorders, anti-inflammatory, neuroprotective, multiple sclerosis, Parkinson, Alzheimer's, chronic pain, cancer. Yes, even cancer. Now, we can't say we cure, heal anything like that. We can't say it. But our customers, one thing we can say that I did have this and now I don't. Our customers say, it took this away from me. We can't say that, but our customers, and once you become a user, a product of the product, you may not be able to say it don't cure, but when you don't have those issues anymore, you call it what you call it. You come up with a name. And then we have our RSO concentrate. This is our CBD and our THC. It's in a syringe. It's a cannabis extract formulated by a Canadian medical marijuana activist using the whole cannabis plant for maximum cannabinoids, including THCA, CBD, and terpenes. Akana follows this standard formula to deliver exceptional results. Now, this product, I have it downstairs. People use it different ways. I heard people put it in their pain cream to take it to another level. Pain cream is great by itself, but it takes it to another level. It helps with your pain. It helps with anxiety. There's so many people suffering from anxiety now. So many people can't sleep. It helps with that. Parkinson's, anti-inflammatory. It helps to stimulate the appetite. It has neurological benefits, and and it's an antioxidant. So all these products are just amazing products that help to take your health to another level. Number four, you can transform your diet and dramatically improve your health, guys. Because we want to break the cycle of generational illness. We want to break the cycle of saying we see kids from 14 and 19 with clogged, but already with clogged arteries, with 40% of their. That is unacceptable. That is unacceptable. 45-year-old guys are men, two-time are for African American, just say men, we are more likely to die or have a major heart attack. We want to break that cycle, but we do want to share the gift of health. We want to inspire others to create generational health through your success story. Support your family's unique health journey. We have a comprehensive health test. We call it our bioscans. We didn't talk a whole lot about that, but I heard one young lady said she's going to get her bioscan. I think she said today. And you can this value of doing a bioscan. That's how you can. It goes over like 45 things within your body, and it tells you you basically can know what's going on before it happens. 95% accurate. Now, something like that normally is a value of $1,000. It's $1,000 value. I heard one of the ladies said she paid 800 some dollars where they went, her and her husband, Miss Bernadine said she paid that for her and her husband do the bioscan. She said, but that's $1,000 value. That's not what we're charging you. Our comprehensive health test, it comes with it's $189 special. So it's a we and drop like over 800 some odd dollars. So this is $189 special, and it helps with our mega panel, our gut check, our vitamins, our minerals, heart, liver, kidneys. These are what this bioscan does. But guess what? You don't even have to do that. If you decide you want to, I love what I saw. I want to get some of these products and I want to go on auto ship. If you go on auto ship, you can just add your comprehensive test for just $50 upgrade. And when you're in that, and auto ship is something you're going to be getting products every month, because we want to keep these products in our body because we want to keep our bodies what? Ultimately healthy. Now we have over 70 plus products. We have our like you heard me speak about products. We have products that help with energy, essential oils. We have for pain, for our hair. We even have for our hair product. We have culinary. We have all different products. But while I'm on the products, do we have? I can't tell who's on the uh that's out there right now. But I want to see is Cherie on today?
Yes, she's here.
Cherie,
Yeah,
if you don't mind, could you unmute and just give us a short testimony? Because I know you're a product of the product. Many of us that we're a part of Akana, we are a product of the product. But if you could give me a short testimony, I would love to hear your testimony.
okay, I sure can. Thank you, Rachelle. Um,
Hmm.
Look, and I'm actually in the store, so I'm gotta be a little low. Um,
Okay, we can hear you.
I'm a A positive, and we're
Hmm.
more prone to heart disease. Three and a
Hmm.
half years ago, almost 4 years now, when I did my first bioscan, it showed me that I was headed toward a heart attack. So I changed things in our products. I got on our products. I'm continuing. I just finished another 21-day detox, and I was on blood pressure medicine for over 22 years. So I'm no longer on any medication, and I'm
Wow.
not in the red anymore. I'm heading back in the right direction. So I was proactive, got ahead of that heart attack, and I'm continuing to do this because this is a lifestyle. It's not a one and done. So
Wow, that
that's,
is
and I got many other, but that's my main too. I used to have gout really bad. I don't have any of that now, so I'm not on any medication, and I'm turning it around, and I'm basically at my ideal weight now.
awesome. Well, I know you look amazing, and so it's one thing to look amazing, but when you can be healed from the inside out, that
Yeah.
says a lot. So that's an amazing testimony. Thank you. I know we can have so many other testimonies for
Thank
the
you,
lack of time.
Rachel.
Thank you, sweetheart. For the lack of time, I won't go into any more. But these testimonies, like I said, she has one, but we have any of us that's been on these products probably have a testimonial because our body, when you start to put them in your body, these products, your body will turn around. So again, I want to go over this a little bit. Like I went over about you pick what's best for you. We have option one. That's our our 7 day. option, and you have your blood type kit, and then you have one without it. But like I said, that more first one, I think it's better
Yeah.
just to get them because you can share it with someone else. Can you guys go on mute for me, please? Thank you. Again, number two, personalized wellness plan for your blood type. We have our become a certified coach. Again, we talk about being an influencer. We have that. So you pick what's best for you. And like I said, you might say, "Well, I want to be an influencer." Well, listen, influencer, hey, hey, don't, as they say, don't shake a stick at that because this is powerful. It's from this young lady, Stormy Steele. She was our first TikTok streamer to sell over 1 million in one session. Imagine you sell over 1 million products in one session, or $1 million worth of product in one session. Beauty. And she's beautiful, but can you imagine doing that? But don't let that stop you. Now go over here. This young man, Mr. Lion Jack, I think that's Jack. I'm not sure exactly how you pronounce that. He achieved over 1.7 billion in sales. Listen, 1.7 billion with a B, guys. B as in boy, sales in 12
How you
hours.
doing? Good, honey. Real.
Can you guys go on mute? Can you please mute? We want to keep this as a clean call. Thank you so much. He achieved over 12.7 billion in sales in 12 hours. And you know, we were selling lipstick. So an influencer, it's they're powerful. Now, it's actually a game changer. Influencers hold the power to shape brand perception, drive massive sales, and create personal connection with audiences. Those who ignore this trend risk falling behind in a rapidly evolving digital economy. The influencer economy isn't just a trend, it's the future of marketing. Now, the time is now. The influencer business is booming. It's booming. If you ever get on TikTok or any of those things, you see it is booming. Viral trends, like I said, TikTok, they say, maybe buy it. And I know I've been there. Like I wasn't planning on buying nothing today, but I'm buying it. But it has reshaped consumer behavior, driving millions in product sales. The influencer market is currently at 33, here we go with that B as in boy, billion globally, projected to reach 107 to 190 billion by 2030, and that's not that far away. So influencers is powerful. Now again, we have a wellness pack. If you decide you want to become an influencer, because it is powerful, what you can how you can influence people, the money, that's particular money that you can make, how you get your own body, you get these amazing products, and that pack is only $3.99. Only $3.99. So this is an amazing way that you can start becoming an influencer. And we have our certified coach, our wellness pack, which is how I started, because I wanted to become a certified coach. And this has helped you get your certification in the blood and, becoming a blood type, like a training, like a CBD and wellness, a 101 as well, and a wellness coach. You can get those. I mean, you get um, over 1,000, over almost $2,000 worth of product. I think it's over that. I mean, it's like more close to $2,500 worth value. But but this only costs you $14.99. And this is like you're also you're a certified wellness coach, but you're also a wellness influencer as well. So it's like a combination of both in this pack. And it is worth its weight in gold, guys. Now, our goal is to empower over 1 million families to improve their health, like I told you before. And we want to do that by knowing your blood type, by knowing the right foods and all that. But those blue zones I mentioned earlier that I told you I want to go to want to go to Japan. Well, there's only 6 blue zones in the world. We have one in Loma Linda in USA. That's the only one we have in the USA. We have one in Costa Rica, Italy, Greece, Japan, and Singapore. And but this is where people eat less, they eat far less animal meat, they live longer and than the average. When I saw people in the blue zone, saw them riding bikes, still picking food from their garden, swimming, I said, and they're almost a centurion. I was just like, OMG, I want that. Where I'm not sitting around a chair and somebody got to take care of me. It's not about how long you live, but our quality of life as well. So we could create our blue zone right there in our homes as well. We can start there. But we are committed to helping over 1.5 people, 1.5% people in the United States to learn how to eat for their blood type. Now we want to affect over 5 million people. That's what we want to do. We want to hit over 5 million people. But if that doesn't happen, and that actually, if we do that, that's going to equals at 50, that equals to if people just went and just bought the $50, that equals to 250 million in sales. So we're changing lives. We're being able to have amazing sales because the sales that allows us to do even more amazing things. Because our goal is to add value, to help to change, add value to people's lives. But if we don't do that, that's in a perfect world. But if we don't, and we just got 80% of the people, if we just got, it says 80%, let me say, no, I didn't say, mean to say, if 80% of people reject you, it's 80, because we know in a perfect world, that 5 million, but if 80 of those people reject you, we still impact 1 million people. That's amazing. Now, in any business, did you know that the first 100 people, like in Harvard, they said the first 100 people, first 100,000 people to 150,000 people involved in the business would earn up to 80% of the wealth of a company. And look down here, because you know why? We're still in the pioneer, the formulating start. We're making mistakes. We're trying to figure this thing out. We still will be changing. I mean, we're doing because we're pioneers. The pioneers, they're the one that go down, they down the trees and making a path. We're making a path, and we're still at that formulating stage. When this thing starts to rise, and it starts to rise, and it starts to hitting 200,000, 300,000, and it hits that momentum, the best time to get in any company is at the pioneering stage, the simulating stage. But when it starts to hit momentum and it stabilizes, you've lost your best chance at that time. Harvard Business School says select a company that's at least 18 months old. This month, guys, on the 20th, this company will celebrate 6 years of being in business. And 90% of companies, they fail in their first 18 months. According to Harvard Business School, if a company has less than 100K, we have way less than 100K people, 100,000, 500,000 people. I say 100, I meant 500,000 people, and we definitely have less than that. It is a great opportunity. Do you hear me? But if it has less than 100,000 people, it is an absolute opportunity of a lifetime. So we are in this is a great time, we have great products, but we have a great business, and you can combine both of those. So this is the opportunity of a lifetime right here at Akana. So this ends the presentation. So what I'm going to do, I am going to stop my shares and come back and see you beautiful people. But I just want to let you know that this is, but first I want to see if you have any questions. And I want to know if you are a guest on, you want to get back with the person that invited you, or they're going to get back with you, because we are here to make a difference, and we are making that difference. So does anyone have any questions before I give you back your Saturday? No? All right. Well, I want to thank you all so much for hopping on. I really appreciate you guys coming on, and really take that information in, especially if you are a guest on the call. I don't know, do we have any guests today? Don't know if we do or not. Okay. So if we don't have any guests, then the rest of you guys, you already know this information. So,
Oh, yes,
I think
Rachelle,
we had some guests.
there is my daughter, Kanika is on today.
okay. Hi, Kanika. I saw that name and I wasn't familiar. Hi, Kanika. We're so happy that you're on. Do you have any questions or anything? We're so happy that you were able to join us this morning. Hello, darling. She may not be able to talk right now, but we appreciate you coming on, sweetheart.
Yes, my
We really
son
do.
was screaming in the background. Sorry.
Oh, that's okay. That's all right, sweetheart. It happens. So thank you. But we're just so happy that you were on Welcome, welcome, welcome. So, guys, I just want to thank you so much for coming on. I appreciate you. And we're gonna do this, we're gonna keep spreading the word. That's what we're doing. We're gonna keep spreading the word. So thank you. We don't have any other questions, and you guys are good. I'm gonna give you back your Saturday, and thanks for hopping on. I appreciate you. Bye for now.
Thank you, Rachelle. Great presentation.
Thank
Thank
you, darling.
you.
Very
Thank
nicely
you.
done. Very
Thank
nice.
you.
Great
Thank you, guys.
job, Rochelle.
Thanks,
Thank you.
Michelle.
You.
Beautiful,
Bye.
always, as
Bye-bye.
usual.
Thank
Thanks,
you, guys. Have a
Rochelle.
great day.